Okay, guys, we are back faster than I thought. Apparently, they got started right away. Doesn't look like Scott Haas had any balls, which is interesting because he's been sitting around for probably 2 to 3 hours. So hopefully he has his own Zen method of getting up off the chair after a couple hours and getting right back into it. As we've mentioned many times, Kevin Guimond is waiting in the hot seat. Undefeated, who will have waited even more time. However, he has the benefit of essentially a free set since he is undefeated and must be beaten twice in order to be defeated. So, here we are. Now, last time, the Fargo gap was not too much between Nick and Sean. We were looking at a 746, I think, or 745 versus 731. Now we're looking at almost 40 points or so. Nick is a 731 and Scott is 693 for whatever that's worth to anybody. So far, this has been quite a tournament for Nick in that he lost either his first or second match and has crawled all the way through the one-loss side. He's a really determined, methodical player. Takes his time, doesn't make too many mistakes. This is the semi-final match, so these are 2 of the 3 remaining players. The winner of this match will go on to face Kevin Guimond in the finals. If you're able to come over to Snookers, we still got a couple hours of great pool, and you can come have a drink, eat some food. Kitchen's still open, the bar's still pouring. We got a bunch of pool players in the house, hanging out, watching, playing. I can see a couple tables down. Kevin is hitting balls. Hopefully getting geared up and ready to play this final. Josh Gormley in the chat. If you are referring to Scott Haas, I'm not sure... I could grow my hair like that, and if you're referring to Nick Charette, I think, some clippers would probably do the trick. Well, Nick played a good save here. He had kind of 2 balls he could hide behind, and then he didn't quite get the 4 ball, but he did get the 7 ball as far as I can see. Paul Lewis asking about any action. I don't specifically know of anything going on, but there typically is always action available. Certainly you've got a couple guys hanging out that have been eliminated from the tournament that might like to do something. But it's nothing I can speak of, with any certainty at this point. Wow, did Scott make an amazing kick there. He hit that one rail and got perfect. Josh Gormley, the long hair would fit me. Hilarious thing, when I was in college, my hair was a little longer than my shoulders. And it's extremely curly when it's long, oddly enough. So let's see how Nick can navigate this kick. Hitting the ball's not too tough from here, but getting good is tough. Yeah, he came a little short, and that's going to bring Scott to the table with ball in hand, which is exactly what I'm sure he would love. He's got to kind of get in his gear and back into tournament competition mode, and doing that with ball in hand on a wide open table is a really, it kind of puts your mind together. I'm surprised he's going this way. My preference would be to go shoot the one in the other side pocket and follow to the rail, because I'd rather be on that side of the 2 ball. See, he got himself kind of straight. Maybe he's just planning to draw back. J.R. Brandon. What's up, Kerry? Hey, how's it going? This is up. The 36th annual Ocean State 9-Ball Championship at Snookers. Oh, yeah, that's a nice draw stroke right there. Great angle on the 3. I would expect him to draw this ball 2 rails out of the corner, but he could follow and, kind of avoid the 9-ball also. Guys, we're getting to the meat of this tournament here. Share the stream. Get your friends watching. Get the word out there. This is the premier pool event in New England. Yeah, he went the 2 rails out of the corner, and now I think he's going to do the exact same thing. 2 rails out of the top left corner. Really, as long as he stays above the 5, he's in good shape. Or ever so slightly below, but he would like to be above it. So he's actually looking at playing this 5-ball in the bottom right corner, which is fine. It's a kind of a longer, rolling 2 rails, which is great. I actually like to play it that way myself. And it also guarantees the proper angle to get the right angle on the 7-ball. Yeah, it's a good-looking route. I see in the chat, Sylvain Grenier is watching. I know he's a gentleman from Canada. He came down to Snookers at least one time and plays some jam-up pool. Great player. I think he would have liked to have gone a little longer on that shot because he's straight and probably didn't want to be. If he had hit that with more of a follow stroke and, kind of got up near that 3rd diamond on the left side rail, I think he would have been in better shape here. So now he's got to kind of come with a pretty good draw stroke with, a little bit of precision. He's almost coming down to the right side, sort of parallel to the side rail down the right side of the table. Let's see if I saw that right. Yeah, okay. He hit it really nice. Really good speed control. I mean, this is a good shot. The only issue is he might have a little trouble reaching for this ball. He's not nearly as tall as Nick. And, he's going to have to be a little limber for this. He might have to almost lay down on the table. Oh, boy, I don't want to shoot it like that, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Yeah, great shot. Okay, well, that's a good out. That's exactly the way you want to start a match. Your opponent makes an error, you get ball in hand, and you run out and do what you're supposed to do. That reinforces a certain mindset that everyone wants to have, which is when the time comes, I'll do it. I see also in the stream Rachel Lang. Hey, how you doing? I understand you are. I'd be curious, Rachel, if you are one of the people playing in that WPBA event in New Hampshire in the next week or two. Okay, I am rejoined by Miss Nicole Albergaria.
Sorry about that, Carrie.
Oh, it was a refreshing break.
So I missed a whole rack.
In a nutshell,
yep.
What happened is Scott played a safe, Nick missed the kick, and Scott ran out real nice with ball in hand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, he made a good break here. He has position on the 1-ball.
Yeah.
The table looks fairly open except for the 7-ball. He'll have to play in the same pocket probably as a 5. But other than that...
Yeah, it's a good-looking layout for sure.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good crowd out there. So I took a picture of the chart, and then I tried to share it on Facebook, but, I am technically on... Does anybody see it on there? I tried to share it.
On your page?
No, I tried to share it on the
In the stream?
in the comments. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you can put photos in the comments. I don't
No?
think you can. I don't know. I'm not exactly a Facebook expert either, but I don't
okay.
think you can put a picture in the chat. All right, so Scott's definitely taking his time looking over this layout here, and looks like he's ready to go. Okay, that's a nice opener. Now, the question is, where is he? You know, unfortunately, that moving that 8-ball kind of complicated things a little bit with the 5-ball, because he would have loved to have been pretty much in the center of the table to play the 5. Now he might have to kind of come... You know, boy, that really did make a big difference, because even the 3-rail route on the 3-ball from the 3 to the 5 is a little awkward now. You know, potential obstacle there. He should be okay, but... It just became a lot tougher with that 8-ball moving where it did. I mean, this is okay, and he could actually go 2 rails around the 8-ball.
I think he's gonna come 1 rail straight down, just to the right of this 8-ball.
Yeah,
and stay in the middle of the table.
Oh, okay. I
And
see what you're saying.
He cuts the 5-ball in and plays a 7 in the same.
His body language indicated to me that he's going to come all the way down and play the 5 in the lower left corner. But
okay.
I guess we're going to find out.
If he does that, though, it's harder to get on the opposite side of the.
Well, he did. And, I mean,
he could have stopped it and played the 7 on the side, but now...
Yeah, with respect, that was pretty great. The only problem
What's
is...
he going to do now? Go into the 7
he
ball,
could go
knock
into
it
the 7.
The side
Yeah, he
pocket?
could go into the 7. I think that's about the only option he has. He can't really draw this ball. I don't think he can contact the 9.
If I go into the 7 here, I like to go into it soft. I don't want to...
Yeah.
Create too much distance between the cue ball and the 7 ball, you know.
He's real. I was going to say,
push it right towards there.
Okay, that's awesome. Boy, he played that good, huh?
The most optimum, like, best case scenario again.
Yeah, one of the things I was just saying is, you know, Scott's been sitting waiting for this match for several hours now, and I was saying I wonder, you know, what sort of method he uses to be ready to go when the time comes, because he had the opportunity to hit some balls, and I don't think he even hit a ball. They just went right into it.
Yes, he did. He was playing on table 7.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, when we were commentating earlier, I said, I think that's Scott Haas warming up behind.
Well, that ruins everything I've been saying.
I'm sorry. If I was absent, I mean, if I was here, I wouldn't have...
You wouldn't have let me go so far down that path of ruin.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It's all my fault. I think he just missed this 9 ball, go to the bottom rail, and straight back up again.
Sounds good.
It does look like he's cueing low.
Nope, he did your shot. And he's getting out awesome. I mean, he looks like perfect.
Solid, yep.
Yeah. So, again, you know, we're going to have to see that Nick Charette grind if he's going to win this match. But he hasn't... I mean,
last match he was down 3-0.
Yep.
So... Yep. Scott Haas hopefully was keeping an eye on him and knows to, you know, keep the pedal to the metal.
I didn't pay too much attention to Scott's break. I'm very interested to see how he approaches it.
Did you order something to eat?
I did.
Oh, good. Good for you. I'm making the sauce at home, so I don't
really
want to eat anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't have an option. I'm going to be
I cooked the pepperoni and
conscious.
sausage in the sauce, so when I go
No
home,
kidding.
I'm just going to
My mom used to do that.
I'm just going to make a bowl of just like meat and sauce. I'm not even going to cook the pasta.
Yeah, that actually sounds awesome.
Like those ladies from SNL.
I'm not sure.
Really?
I have a couple of windows of watching SNL, like 80s with like Dana Carvey and all those people.
Maybe tonight when you can't sleep, Google SNL ladies.
I will do that.
And everybody that's watching also should do it because it's terribly funny. So he did the same exact thing. But
he did
this time,
the standard break.
But this time, the old 3-ball.
Yeah.
He could.
I
make
already
it
see
rail
what he's looking
yeah.
at it already, and it does play pretty good. He's going to have to
Yeah,
hit this ball
because-
quite full.
Yeah, he's got to hit it firm. He's going to
Yep.
go 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
rails for
yeah,
position
it
on
plays.
the 2.
He's mapping it all out for us. So I mean, hardly a hanger.
Yeah, but very good choice.
Well, the
from
other
here.
thing too is
Hazy
that unless he
push
somehow
out.
contacts this 4 ball, he's almost certain to get good with the cue ball. Even if he misses the 1, it's going to leave a lot of distance, at least if not a full hook. You know.
Worst case scenario, he hits the 1 ball and scratches in the other side, in the other corner. Sorry.
Yeah, right. But he's going to need some follow, a pretty good amount of right.
Spin.
This is but it plays good.
Yep.
I want to see him do it.
We always root for good pool. Let's see it. Oh, yep,
Wow,
perfect.
how good did he hit that ball? I really just don't see how you could do any better there.
Yeah, I probably would have hit it way harder.
I probably would have too.
Yeah, but he hit that perfectly.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
so
like
he
it.
wants to just draw this a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he wants to stay in between the 5 and the 9, I feel like, for position on the 3.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess around with this
Yeah,
side
plus
of the
then he's
table
on the correct side of the 3 ball to get to the 4
float
easily.
over for the 4 in the same pocket, yeah. This is
I just don't want to step on it.
I've been stepping on it the whole time.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay, so he went to the rail and out. I like that.
Excuse me.
It's secure, making sure he does not go anywhere near any other balls. So this 8 ball goes where he's standing right now. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it might...
Not where he's standing now, where he was standing 30 seconds ago.
It might go in both.
You think?
Hard to say. Tough saying not knowing. I think it goes in both corner pockets, actually, based on this view. And how about this view? Tough,
Okay.
Tough call,
Now
but it looks like it
now
goes,
it looks
huh?
like it goes in this pocket
Yeah.
more than the other pocket.
Yeah.
It's like when you close one eye and look through the right eye, and then close the other eye and look through the left eye.
Yeah, you're literally like describing the horrors of my pool game.
I really am. Just lining those eyeballs up. He needs to
Nicole
draw
Joanne Corbett says hi to you.
Oh, Joanne, so good to hear from you. Love to see you in person, but it's always great to see you in the chat. Joanne's OG like me.
So I can't tell, but it seems like he has not too much angle where he can really dig in and draw this ball to the side rail
And annoy
before
him
the
out.
side pocket. Kevin Guimond made an unbelievably awesome shot against me doing that exact thing. And now that I look at it from the overhead view, I don't think he can do what I just said. I think he's got to go up table.
No, it looks like he can get his cue ball over near the side pocket, which is what he was just looking at.
Okay. And then
So
just
I
roll
think
the
he
8 in?
Yeah, I think he can just kind of hit this ball as full as possible and just draw his cue ball over. Oh, no. Okay.
Huh. Well, I guess that's pretty good. Maybe a little more to one side or the other would have been a little better, but I think he's actually really good here. It plays nice. It's just a kind of a soft 2 rails.
It's routine. Like, he can do it. We always want some stop shots when we're running out. Because he's going to just go 2 rails and play it in the same pocket. Yep, 2 rails. He's got a stop shot. Hey, now, Scott, I see you.
Well, to be fair, this is pretty much how it started last time with Nick Charette.
It's true.
Didn't really much get out of his chair. So far, Nick has shot 1 shot, and it was a kick shot at the one that he missed. And Scott has played pretty much flawlessly.
What if I text the picture to Mike DeMarco and ask him to share it on his Facebook page? Would that be a solution?
Maybe.
Well, all the people that are watching are probably not all my friends on Facebook, so
Right.
how am I supposed to share it with the world?
Fair enough. On the other hand,
my page isn't public, so it's not
yeah.
like everyone.
Well, the other thing too. Oh, hi, Joanne. She said hi to me too. Haha.
Oh, it's not just I'm not only the special one, Gary.
All right. So, yep, it looks like Scott is sticking with the kind of standard edition corner of the box cup break. We're looking for him to make the 5-ball in the lower left corner.
Tom says, if Kevin Guimond skunks in finals, he's taking me for Grand Slam breakfast at diner. Then he's going to spot me 16-5 in one hole. Wow.
Sure.
That doesn't sound like a good time. Well, maybe the breakfast, but 16-5 in one hole.
I mean, that might be like one of the best breaks of the whole tournament. If that 1-ball rolled like another inch,
yeah,
he's really controlling the cue ball and 1-ball extremely well.
You're special, all right.
Hey, Joe Morassi, how you doing, sir?
Hey, Foxy Lady. Oh, I know who you are. That's funny.
Tom, it could be me and also a dream. Those things are not mutually exclusive.
Okay, so is that the 2 next to the 7?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a tall order. He has to hit this super thin.
Super thin and go back and forth.
And it's almost like, do you just play the 2 in the
Actually,
opposite corner and just kind of go straight across?
I think he's looking at spinning this with inside English.
With inside English?
Yeah.
And going to the top rail?
Yeah, I think he might be doing that.
No way.
Nick Charette scratched on a 9-ball doing this exact thing. Okay, so I'm super wrong about that.
I don't know why. Okay.
Well,
he ended up brilliant leave, but
sort of, kind of. I mean, if Nick makes this ball and kind of goes square into that 7-ball, he can get decent on the tube. I mean, it's a tough shot. Coming out of your chair down 3-0.
And it's a full sellout.
And he has not actually shot a ball out of pocket this whole match.
Oh, Frank said you have the second smoothest voice around, next to Mike DeMarco.
Nicole?
No,
me?
You.
Get out of here. My voice, I feel, is very abrasive. But
well,
thanks for saying that.
Not to Frank.
Well, I really appreciate that. That makes me feel pretty good.
He hit this ball pretty good if it goes behind the 7.
He sure did.
It went behind these balls,
almost
too.
Just as good.
And he put the one behind these balls, too.
Yeah.
He played both.
So now, you got to wonder if he gets ball in hand here.
2 is already potted. Oh,
yeah,
so
that's the 4.
Ball.
Yeah, we've
I'm
been
sorry.
having trouble.
I can't tell the ball colors from...
Ray Mack in the chat. How's it going, sir?
One of my favorite Snookers people, Ray McNamara.
Oh, I think he might be saying he wants someone to watch this hit, because if he's coming one rail at this, it is going to be super close.
Uh-huh. Especially if it hits it fast, at a fast
I feel
pace.
like it is very, very, very near impossible to hit the 9-ball first, going one rail.
But not impossible.
Not impossible.
And it's...
Not
if
impossible.
he hits it fast, almost... You just don't want to put yourself in a position where somebody kicks at something and they say, and the person who shoots it says, I think it's a good hit.
Yeah, right.
And you think it's a bad hit. But
exactly.
if you don't get somebody to watch it, then it just goes with the shooter. So, better to get somebody to watch the hit ahead of time. Than,
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. He's got to come before the side
now
pocket.
we have no idea what's going to happen.
Or is he... Well,
oh, we have
hold
this
on
one
now.
too late.
Yeah, but I'm too slow.
He already missed it. He missed the whole ball.
Okay, well, this is what Nick Charette needed in this match.
For
now
sure.
he has the chance with ball in hand to get to work. Am I wrong, or is that how he got back into it last time? I don't know. I might be thinking of Scott in the first rack of this match. Tough call. They are starting to blur together a little bit.
Are you asking me that question or them? I'm sorry. I
don't know that I'm asking anybody. Like, maybe I'm asking me.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay, looking pretty good. He's got to hit this ball pretty nice. Oh, jeez.
That's a 3 ball.
I know. I'm still thinking that that's the 2.
Dan just told us the 2 is popular.
Yeah, so now I guess he just draws to the side rail and back out.
Yep.
Mostly anywhere on the 4 is reasonable position for that 6 ball.
Mm-hmm.
He might be able to go around the 9 and follow forward. It's
Kevin
hard to say.
Guimond hitting balls, by the way. I saw.
I did see that as well. Yeah.
So not sleeping in his car, and anybody in the chat who might be nervous about his earlier.
Dawson Carter Laprise. There is only one semifinal, and this is it. There are 3 people in this tournament. It's not a single elimination tournament, so that means that this is essentially the finals of the loser side.
Yep. There's one person that's undefeated, and that is Kevin Guimond. And so the winner of this match will have to beat Kevin Guimond 2 times in order to win the tournament. True double elimination.
Paul Lewis says, I think it's Kerry and his wife.
The millionaire and his wife. Yep. The movie star. The professor and Marianne. Okay, so he's got to draw straight back. He can't play this 7 in the side. He's going to draw straight back.
Don't tell him what he can and can't do.
Yeah, no. Listen to the devil woman. Draw straight back. Oh, is he going forward?
He sure looks like he's going forward.
Oh, he is going to play it in the
side.
I don't hate it. He's going to go
it.
forward 2 rails and play the 7 in the side. Wow.
I don't hate it. I'd probably do that. I love side pockets. He really hit it quite good, although honestly, he might have got himself a little too straight.
He's too straight. And if he's on any side of it, it's the wrong side.
Yeah.
Like, if he might be straight or he might have the wrong angle.
He has the wrong angle. I can see it. So he's going to have to accept a tough cut.
If he can go to that rail, though, he might be able to drop to the other side of the 8 ball.
I think he's going to end up...
Does he have that angle to
Yeah, he does.
Do that?
He does, but I think he's going to take the long cut. Oh, jeez. Wow.
He picked the third option.
I feel like he was trying to do something that was not possible to do.
Oh, he was trying to get there?
I think he was trying to cheat that pocket, and he didn't have that angle to do it.
Okay.
Well, this is kind of Scott's first sort of big tester, you know? Is he going to try to fire this in and go 3 rails around for the 8?
Yep. What's his other option? Shoot it 1 rail, play safe and
bank it straight up the table.
But then the 9's there. You can't bank it straight back because the 9's there.
I'd totally shoot this.
Yeah, you got to shoot it. You just don't even have to put English on it. It's going to that side rail.
Oh, boy, did he hit that good. Wow, did he hit that good. That's filthy. Man, that is just nasty.
Hello, doll.
You know who used to say that all the time is the late, great Skip Tasker. Skip's Tips. He always used to say that.
Tips.
Hello, doll.
Another stop shot for the 9 ball.
Yep.
How good does this guy play?
Pretty sporty.
I've only seen his son play, but let me tell you.
I've actually played him.
Daddy's got some skills, too.
My first time ever playing in the seniors at the expo, I played him for the money. And he actually had a prior obligation and stepped out of the match. He was in the open. Yeah, he was in the open. I won the first set, and I was doing pretty good in the second set, and he had a match in the open. So we made a little deal and
gotcha. Little gapper.
Yes. which is always nice.
It's a win-win.
Agreed.
I always wondered how that worked at the Super Billiard Expo when people play in so many
It
different
works.
events.
The way it works is they try their best to work with you,
Yeah.
but you enter multiple events with the understanding that you may have to forfeit. And I played both, and actually they really did a great job of avoiding any conflicts, and I didn't have.
He's not going to scratch.
He's really accurate with that cue ball, and
Look at this,
it's the identical
thing.
shot. I mean, to be fair, that tells you you're executing well.
But this one ball looks frozen.
Hey, speaking of seniors at the Super Billiard Expo, I see
Mac?
Pat McNally in the in the chat, who I believe is a back-to-back champion. Ray Mack won the
Tommy
seniors.
Seminaro, I need weight.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Ray Mack won the seniors, and the next year Pat McNally won the seniors, and the next year Pat McNally won the seniors.
As he should.
It must have been a fluke the first time.
Or people thought it was, and he was like, watch this. I'll tell you, it's not a fluke.
Trust me, that guy can play.
No, I know.
So I guess he's got to play safe here. Or the crazy 3-rail bank in the side.
That's it's the same thing he did before.
Yeah, it looks like we're watching a replay of the previous rack.
Yep. So I went out there and I forgot to find the history of the Ocean State Championship.
Oh.
I know, but I took a picture of the chart, so I did some of
Well, that's something.
Yeah. Okay, let's not get political in the chat here. Election's
I
over.
am super interested to know
Oh no.
if Mike DeMarco followed through on putting in my food order. Because I'm
boy.
super hungry, and it's been
What
a
did
little
you
bit.
order?
It was his suggestion, and it's the pink penne chicken parm, which just sounds ridiculously good.
Yeah. Oh boy. He got
Well,
lucky with the lead.
if you're going to miss,
Yep.
that's the way to do it.
So this is the 36th annual Ocean State Championship, just in case you didn't know what you were watching. And we're at Snooker's Cafe and Billiards in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, we got a decent number of people watching, so
This is Nicole
let's make it more.
Abagaria, and with
Carrie McAuliffe.
yeah, and like and share, please. This is we're making history here. We only have this tournament once a year, and it's always a pleasure having all these people from all over the places. Hi, Mike. He doubted you.
I want to step out and stuff my face. 2 minutes.
You'll come in here, though. You won't leave me alone.
It'll be quick.
Nobody wants to just listen to me.
All right, so let's figure out. Yeah?
If it sounds loud in there, you can turn down your headphones.
Okay.
It's supposed to be
Okay. We got to be all the way up.
All the way up.
like that song.
As they say in hip-hop world, yes.
So, actually, that was a pretty amazing
Safety.
kick or safe that we watched Scott do.
This is tricky because if you kick it one rail, it's really not going anywhere. So you're like, I guess best case scenario would be make the 2, right? I mean, you could kick 2 rails out and hope your cue ball just sticks there, and the
You know what I like here is
What do you
that
like?
kick that you do where the cue ball scratches in the opposite corner off the bottom of the ball, but in this case it hits the 2 instead.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the 1 goes
Absolutely.
past the 9 ball. I think that would be
I
the
think
ideal
that's-
scenario.
Maybe he can't see the rail enough to go 2 rails, though.
Fair point. Oh.
Yeah,
well,
see, it's hard.
That could be costly.
But I think I think he had limited options there. I don't think he could have went 2 rails.
Hey, by the way, just one last backtrack to that Seniors Super Billiard Expo thing. I mentioned that Ray Mack won and then Pat McNally won the next year in the seniors. Guess who Pat McNally beat in the finals? I will give you one guess. And the hint is, look at your monitor. It was Scott Haas.
There you go.
Drew Staddle in the chart is saying, is there no jumping? There is jumping, however, it is only able to be executed with a full-length cue, and you're only able... Ooh, Jake Raquel actually got that little trivia question. But you can only jump with a full-length cue, and you can only have 2 cues at the table. So obviously you're going to have a playing cue, and then it's up to you to decide what you want to do with that other cue. But
right.
it can't be a...
You can't take an arsenal of pool cues with you to your match at a Joss event.
Yeah.
So you can either jump with a full-length playing cue or a full-length break cue. Can't have a third cue.
All right, so this is Nick's, opportunity to get back in this here. Now, is he going to be making this ball in the side, or is he firing this all the way up in the corner and trying to draw down for the 2? That's a tough shot.
I think he plays it in the corner. I think he just tries to keep it right there, and if he misses it, the 7 ball, he shields it. Okay.
Well, so much for that plan. At least he got a pretty nice bounce off that bottom rail, so...
Don't listen to me, people. So he's going to play this 1 ball, 1 rail, and he wants 1 ball to stop below the 2 ball, and he's going to make his cue ball go all the way up there behind the 6, maybe?
Yeah, that'd be extra good.
1, 2, 3 rails behind the 6.
That would be like double plus good.
Best case scenario. That's my word of the day, my phrase of the day. I mean, whatever his other... Yeah, he's looking at it. He's looking at going 1 rail... I was thinking, for his cue ball to go, right below the side pocket behind the 6 ball, but he was looking to go 1 rail betwing the 3 and 6 just then.
How about you just make
it and run out? Yeah.
Boy, it looked like he had way more angle.
I really didn't think that he could make the ball. I thought it was more awkward. Does the 5 ball go past the 9 ball?
Sure doesn't.
Don't want to go into it here. You'll get stuck behind those balls.
Yeah, this is definitely awkward. He might have to almost... Ooh.
Oh, he's going to play safe. I like
that.
Well,
I love it. I mean, that's tight. It's strong. Nick is already on the ropes. You might as well make him suffer,
Yeah, for sure. Keep your boot on his neck.
Yes. That's delightfully evil. I love it.
Sorry. It's just how I am. I mean, no matter what happens, Nick has had an amazing tournament.
That's for sure.
I mean, good gosh. He lost his first match, from what I understand, and he won 9 matches to get to here.
I don't know if it was his first match.
No shame in his game, but I counted the matches.
Well, what I know...
Oh, he just missed that.
Did he?
He just missed it. Is he going to do it?
Ha! Wow. That's awesome.
It gets a smile out of Mr. Haas.
Yeah. What I was getting at is, for sure, Alex Bosch played Steve Sutton on the stream first round.
Okay.
Alex Bosch's second match was against Nick Charette. Nick might have had a bye in the first round, and then played Alex, and Alex played excellent and won 7-2.
Gotcha.
So let's see.
So
I
if
think
it wasn't the first round, it was the second round.
Right. It was either the second round, but
in a field of 102 players, even if you got to buy the first, he's gonna play a good safe again.
Yeah, man. You know what? Scott's safety game is pretty creative and great.
Yeah. Yep.
Ryan Lynham says, hi, Kerry and Nicole. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Speaking of Super
We
Billiard
miss
Expo
you, Ryan.
champions.
When are you coming back to Wednesday nights? Aren't you usually back by now?
Yeah, Ryan, did you race this weekend?
Hmm.
I'm not even bothering to ask if you won.
Yeah, because that's just automatic. I don't even say congratulations anymore. I'm like, oh. Frankie Castellano used to say all the time, it happened again. It happened again. This morning I got up, I looked in the mirror, I got even better looking.
Nick has done almost nothing but kick at balls this match, so he's got to be feeling it. I mean, the only thing, the saving grace here is that 5-ball is kind of a mess.
In an icky situation, yeah. But if you get on the bottom of it, you can, like, just...
Well, at least play safe.
Pop it up table and keep your cue ball behind the 9, yeah, but, yeah.
Yeah.
Solid hit here is really what you're looking for. Try to create some distance.
Boy, that's good, you know? I mean... From that type of kick, you just got to hit the wall.
Right. Kicking one rail is difficult on its own.
And I think that Scott has a decent angle to cut this to the bottom left corner. Oh, by the way, we've kind of been on this view for quite a while
Bottom
here.
Left?
So now that we're looking at it, top left.
Yeah. And draw it with outside and play with it.
Oh, I thought from the other view, I thought he could follow 2 rails out of the corner.
No, I don't think he has. I think he has to draw. No.
Now that I see this view, I agree with you.
Oh, nope, you're right.
Oh, okay. Boy, you know, if he could have got a little straighter, he could have tickled that.
I think if he hits this, he's got to hit it thin, right? I think he can go 1 rail into the 5-9.
He could, well, maybe 2 rails into the 5-9. Oh, or 1 rail. I think he can go. Okay, yeah.
He's
you
just
know what?
playing safe.
Yeah, that's great.
He's just
that's perfect.
Gonna play my shot from earlier.
Turn the screws. Love it.
You want to hit this 2 rails and try to get it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have it floating out in the middle of the table.
Yeah, and you certainly don't want it near a pocket, just in case.
Yeah, so you want to... I think you just try to, obviously, keep your ball behind there, but bank it 2 rails in between the 7 and the corner and try to get it to the top.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
If he can do that. It's hard to tell from here.
Kerry, go stuff your face, and I'm going to sit in your seat.
Okay. I am going to take a quick stuff my gullet break, and I will welcome a complete novice at the streaming activity here, Mr.
Stop
Mike
stepping
DeMarco.
on my cord, Kerry. You're on my cord.
All right, tickety tap, and we're back in. Hello, folks. Hope you're enjoying the show. I know Kerry and Nicole were taking good care of you.
Who is waiting for winner? Kevin Guimond is undefeated in the hot seat.
Yes,
so
he
it
is.
is a true double elimination. So the winner of this match will have to defeat Kevin Guimond 2 straight sets in order to take the 36th annual Ocean State Championship.
That sounds perfect. So, got some good viewers here. Got a quarter 250 right there, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, I gotta say, I got to shout out some of the players in the event this weekend. And, some of our local guys, Kerry being one of them, doing pretty well. And a couple guys in particular I wanted to shout out. First guy I'm going to start with, Mr. Matt Bonarigo.
Yes.
Fantastic job making it undefeated into day 2. And also wanted to shout out Kevin Brule, making it through to day 2. Nice job right there. Those guys are playing pretty strong this week.
Our hometown peeps.
Yeah, right. And those aren't the only guys, but I wanted to make sure I mentioned those two in particular. So that's that. Guys, if you haven't hit the share button, please do that. We want everybody to enjoy these matches and root on their favorite players, etc., etc. We saw Scott Haas's son, Thomas Haas, competing this weekend, and he was someone that I feel a lot of folks felt was a favorite, one of the top seeds in the event. Thomas is definitely a super strong player. He's playing in a lot of events and, going head-to-head with a lot of the top pros. He's down in Pennsylvania, Scott and Thomas from Pennsylvania. They made the trek up here to make their mark and snatch some cash.
This is the first, I think, in all the games that they've played so far that he's made a somewhat of a position error. He's just been playing so solid.
Yeah, Scott's a super strong player. Both of them are. Nick Charette, of course, the Canadian.
Yeah, we've been watching him.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they're both doing pretty good.
Before you got into the booth that Nick had lost super early and he's won like 9 matches.
Sometimes that's what you got to do,
it's nice.
You don't know what the road's going to look like. Seen that a couple of times over the years. But yeah, I'm really happy to see the collection of players that we got this weekend at Snookers, and I think we're going to see more of that. I see we got some guys there. Brian Middlecoff says Thomas is one of the best. I agree with that. We got Drew in the chat there. Drew Stadel. He says Team Haas. That's right. I think we got a lot of Pennsylvania in the chat right now. If you're from Pennsylvania and you're rooting on Team Scott Haas, make sure you shout it out. If you're Canadian, shout out Mr. Charette. Say it all the time, but the players, they like to go back and watch their matches, and they do see the comments, and they like to see that. They like to see who is rooting them on. Yeah, overall, I think the event went very well. Kevin Guimond sitting in the undefeated hot seat right now. Kevin's always been a strong player, and I think he's definitely having a good weekend right now.
Feels comfortable here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's
spent some time.
Yeah, he's definitely been around Snookers for a while. He's taken a couple of runs at the Wednesday night action 9-ball tournament. He can come for a few weeks in a row, take a couple weeks off. I think he's kind of hanging out a bit right now, Connecticut side. But well deserved. No big surprise. It's not like, oh my God, I can't believe he made it there. Kevin Guimond's always been a super tough player.
He was bought in the Calcutta. Of course.
Right. Yeah. That was a fun one. But yeah, I think.
Listen, Nick was down 3-0 the first match, and now he was down 4-0. So we know this match could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to take a quick opportunity to shout out the folks at Ultimate Pool New England. Ultimate Pool is now in the New England area. If you're not familiar with what Ultimate Pool is, that's what you've been watching on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram. You see the reels where they show Chris Melling under a shot clock, under a game clock, running around the table and firing balls in. That's the format, and it's now in New England, so we're going to start to see that a lot all over the place. And if you want more information on Ultimate Pool, you can contact me directly, or you can reach out to the people at Ultimate Pool, either George Carterakis or Michael Fahey, and they can get you hooked up. If you want to get it into your pool room, if you want to be, your local league operator, whatever it is, it's here now. It's here. And, I think it's a really fun format. It's essentially like bar table 8-ball. There's a couple of new particulars with the format. It's not essentially the same, but Ultimate Pool, it's definitely a fun new approach to pool. Like I said, you got a 30-minute match clock, 30-second shot clock, and, your league night's going to move along, get out of there relatively early compared to what you're normally doing. And you want to see that right there. Look at that, $100K for the first place team. And that's for the grand finals. That is slated to be next year in October. Teams are going to start in our New England area in January. So if you want to be a part of that, you got to reach out. All of the league can be played on either 9-foot, 8-foot, 7-foot tables. Doesn't matter. But the grand final and their regional tournaments are played on 7-foot tables only. So you got to make sure that you're ready to have some fun with Ultimate Pool. 100K first place. Come on. What are we waiting on right now? Just get in there. All right, Nick Charette finally puts a point up. Finally putting a point up, Mr. Charette. And I can't help but feel as though I kind of brought that with me as I got into the booth here. Tom Shine in the chat says that's Kevin Guimond's new league. Let's go. Yeah, Kevin's been playing that format. He actually traveled out to Colorado to play one of their regional events. And, they have the sickest lineup. They have some really nice, quality professional players. Chris Melling, namely, one of them. And they actually show up to these Ultimate Pool regional events. And, they perform for you. It's not just, hey, this is the league tournament, whatever. I mean, you got some class professionals in there, and the way that they have their handicapping system is really unique. Makes a lot of sense. But I'm kind of excited to see that go down. Nice little breath of fresh air, something new. Right now we got Nick Charette and Scott Haas playing a race to 7 for a shot at Mr. Kevin Guimond.
Waiting in the shadows.
Yeah, he's actually down a couple of tables. He was hitting balls on table 3.
In the chat, he said he was sleeping in his car.
Well, he was doing that for a while, but very recently he came in and he's hitting balls down there. Yeah. Yeah, he's out there getting warmed up, getting that back arm firing. I think he's going to come with a speed. When he actually gets into that final match, he's going to come with a speed. That's for sure.
On the first day, I saw him go hill, and he had this shot with the 8-ball, and he had the bridge, and he shot it, and he went way longer than he wanted to by, well over a half a table, and he had this long backwards cut on the 9, length of the table, shooting off the back rail. And I just looked over and I said, you know what? Kevin Guimond's going to fire this ball in. And he did.
Nicole called it. She called it.
I just had a feel. He just gets this look on his face, and it's almost like, it's not that big of a deal.
That's right.
I'm going to take
Sometimes
this.
you just know. Saw a question in the chat there. Looks like it's Pablo Perez, and he's asking, where is this tournament played? And this tournament right here, we're at Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. We're at 53 Ashburton Street to be exact.
This is the 36th annual Ocean State Championship, also known as the Banner Tournament.
Okay.
If you win, you get your nice banner hung on the wall for ever.
I mean, I don't know how long forever is with the banners hanging up, but yeah, there's a lot of prestige to this particular tournament. It's been going on for so long, and when you look at some of the names that are included in champions, yeah, it's just these are legends and icons of pool, and you want your name up there with them. You really want that. Clayton Rocha, how you doing, my man? He says, I miss playing there. We miss you being here. Come on, man.
But we're right here waiting for you.
That's right. Isn't that a Richard Marx song?
Yes. Wherever you do. Be right here waiting for you.
Derek Stewart, he says Snookers was an amazing venue with some great players from all over the place. Too bad my game was off this weekend. Better luck next time. Thanks, everyone that made this possible. Great job. Well, I appreciate the kind words, Derek, and I'm glad you had a good experience over here at Snookers. Try really hard to deliver that for you, and it's definitely a team effort. And Nick Charette out there by himself, but he's got some folks on the rail with him. I think he's got Vincent Boravage as his road partner. I think there's a couple other guys from the Canadian area. I want to say it was maybe Mike Van Eck. And, you know, I got to say that's a massive factor for me. If I'm competing in a tournament, right, and I'm just by myself, I'm not with anybody, I may or may not perform well. If I have a rail of friends that are rooting me on and they want me to do well and I see that they're sweating my match, I'm going to come with something. You know, like it gives me that energy. And I think that Nick might be trying to feed off of that right now. Scott has some folks in the room too. I think he might have a couple of extras. He might have a larger team with him. But I think Nick is feeding off of that right now. You know, he's won his first game in this set. I mean, super quality player. So I do feel like, you know, he might be able to mount this type of comeback. I mean, we're only playing races to 7 here, Nicole.
Race to 7, yes.
Yeah, it's not like we're playing races to 11
and
or 13.
And it's winter break, so I mean, I don't think we've seen a break and run in the past 3 matches we've been in here, which is crazy, because we've had so many really great breaks where they have position on the one ball and they're just not getting out. But it could happen at any time. You know, 3-4 racks. These guys are more than capable of doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it might be a balance between the pressure of where they are in the event.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But, you know how it goes. If you're practicing, you can run 5 packs, and then you go break 1 rack. It's a gin rack, Cosmo out, and you just can't get out because it's the tournament now. You know, it's a totally different thing.
Mm-hmm. All it takes is, half an inch and you're on the wrong side of the ball.
And we see John Brandon says Snookers is a great homeroom. Derek Stewart still is. All right, so Nick Charette winning 2 games in a row now, 4-2 in our somewhat short race to 7.
He's jogging down the room.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did see that. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think that, you know, we're going to see tight matches. The only surprise I want to say, and I guess I can't say it's a surprise, like you said, it's winter break, but with the rack for your opponent, that is the factor that makes it so you're not just seeing these massive packages all the time, you know. But, I mean, we saw Sean Wilkie get his revenge on Jeremy Sose just a little bit earlier today. Yesterday, Sean Wilkie didn't really look himself on this particular table when he played Jeremy yesterday.
I was here watching it live. Yeah. I would agree.
And he just didn't look like himself, and Jeremy walked away with that one. I want to say it was either 7-3 or 7-4. And, Sean Wilkie came and got his revenge on him. Table 5, he played him over there, and he got him 7-0. And it really doesn't have much to do with Jeremy. It's more to do with Sean. You know, he was in the driver's seat. He controlled the match, and he got his revenge there.
But you know how that goes, right? So
yeah.
It's like when you play 8-ball and somebody says, oh, they beat me, but I only had 1 ball on the table. It's like,
Yeah, what does that mean?
Just because, Jeremy beats Sean 7-3 doesn't mean that he can't go ahead and beat him 7-0.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
it's no indication of how good or bad you play. It's winning is winning.
Yeah, totally agree. We got Joe Soderberg. He says would love to make it out there someday to play. Yeah, come visit. I mean, you can always plan to come out here For the Ocean State, that's usually a pretty large field, 100-plus players. I think we had 102 at this one in particular, but that's always a great tournament to play in. We also do the Snookers Amateur 9-Ball Classic every year, and that's for amateur players, and the only way to get in is to qualify within your skill zone. We put 3 figure rate groups, and you can qualify within your zone. Costs you $25 to qualify. If you qualify, it's $25 again towards the main event. And we put a guaranteed $5,000 first place prize on that one. And that's always a nice one. So, you come down, try to qualify for the event. You play in that. And if you make it, you make plans to come down for the main event. That usually ends up in August. But that's another good one. So if you're planning on coming to check out Snookers.
Or if you're out of town, and you're just going to come to Rhode Island for a vacation, we always are here on Wednesday nights.
That's right.
Drop-in tournament, $25 if you're under 600 with an established Fargo. Or
if you're new, even if you haven't established yet,
oh.
First time you play, it's $35.
Okay.
And we do that just to protect the players. And after that, if you're under 600, it's $25. If you're over 600, it's $35. And we usually get like a 35, 45 player field, somewhere in that zone.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely see the 50, 60 tournaments at times. I want to say, when I refer to that tournament, Nicole, I usually kind of say it's more of a training camp type thing versus like a cash tournament trying to win the money.
Oh, it's a cash tournament.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is.
And then if you get knocked out of the tournament, there's always the $5 action table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, $5 action table. That's always a fun time. That'll go till close. But yeah, if you want to come down to Snookers, definitely, I would try to make arrangements. You can always contact me. And your rating doesn't matter, Joe. That's okay. It doesn't matter what your rating is. You're in Iowa. I'm not really sure, the logistics of that, but come hang out. There's actually a really active scene over here. Especially amateur-wise. There's just a ton of people playing pool.
Yeah, leagues and tournaments and just and good people too. So if you come here and you're looking for somebody to just play, and you just let Mike know ahead of time, and he'll find somebody to play with you too.
That's right.
We all love pool here, so.
And if you make it down on Wednesday, Nicole's going to drill you in the tournament, and you're going to be like, "Oh, I got to be my girl."
I'll try real hard.
Yeah, it usually happens. Nicole's pretty sporty.
So
she
he's
won't tell
going
you
to bend
that.
this ball, and he's going to go right behind the 8 ball. He's going to go 1, 2. He's going to hit the third rail. Right?
It looks like that's what he's going to try here.
1, 2.
And he's just going to use the 9 ball here.
9,
but
yeah.
he left the edge again.
That.
He left the edge of it. Those are tricky shots. I want to say that they're a little bit easier when the cloth is new like this. You can kind of thin the ball a little easier, in my opinion, just in this type of environment. But I want to mention that we are going to do the Joss Q raffle. All of you guys that bought tickets out there, thank you in advance. There are no longer tickets available. They're all gone. But we are going to do that ticket draw between this match and the final. So before we get rocking with that final, right between this match and the next, we are going to have that Joss Q raffle draw. So we're going to know who wins that. And I did mention that anyone that has donated to the broadcast this weekend, if you're donating to the stream, first off, it's much appreciated. Second off, Tuesday night, I'm going to give away some cool stuff. And like I said, I have a bunch of options. I didn't really have time to prepare like a list of what it is, but one particular thing that I am going to give, the 100%, this is, and I'm showing it to Nicole here, from the Ocean State 2023, last year.
Okay, cool.
And it's signed by the first and second place finishers, Alex Bausch, runner-up, and Moritz Newhouse in the winner.
Cool.
So that's a cool little piece. And it's not a trash ball either. It's an Aramith Pro Cup measle ball. And I've got a bunch of other cool stuff.
That was okay. So he was trying to put the balls on either side of the 9 ball, and he just kind of left it there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember that sometimes fatigue sets in
Oh,
at
yeah, of
just the
course.
wrong time. It's like I'm up 4-0. Damn, I just got tired.
You hit a wall, yeah.
Yeah, you hit a wall, and it's like, damn, now this guy's coming back.
He
and,
needs to jog down the aisle like Nick did.
yeah. Hey, Tom Kasha, how you doing, brother?
This is, shooting off the rail. Don't want to end up on top of the 9-ball.
Nice shot there. I got to say, Nick Charette, really nice guy. Got to talk with him a bunch this weekend, and really well mannered.
Of course, he's from Canada. They're all nice from Canada, aren't they?
I mean, what are you saying about the people from the U.S.? Yeah, exactly.
I think people from the
Tread
United
lightly,
States
Nicole.
are super nice.
Tread lightly. They're all listening.
Not quite as nice as Canadians, but
Yeah, everybody's great out there in the world, but Canadians, they're the best. I think that Nick is a
This is a
very
good
solid
tester.
player. Very solid
he
player.
gets up a little, and you think he's going to get up off the shot, but no, he doesn't.
Yeah, I see him kind of popping just a little bit there.
But then he just, stays down and shoots through it. And
Right through it.
Yep.
Jeremy Tucker Mooser, how you doing? Haven't seen that name pop up in a little bit. He says free healthcare does that. Yep. Daryl, I see you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, bro. Nice to see you face to face. I always see you just with your screen name there, but it's nice to see you in person. Dennis Brewer, also nice to see you this weekend.
I was taught by a woman, so I'm good getting whipped by a female.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I am going to be stepping out. I did want to mention one more thing for you. So the first annual State of Maine Open 9-ball tournament is coming up at the end of the month. It's up at Forest City Billiards. I will be there. And I stress that you come and join me up there. It's going to be some massive payouts up there. And I do anticipate this field filling up. And that's going to cost you $150 to get in. If you're going to travel to that one, give me a heads up if you're going to be there on Friday, because we're lining up action. And again, that's the State of Maine Open 9-ball, and that's at Forest City Billiards. That's Portland, Maine. And it's only about 2.5 hours from here, and I'm really looking forward to that one. That's going to be a good one. So
What's the date on that one?
that's November 30th and December 1st.
Okay, cool.
So there's going to be a ton of players from our area coming. I know I spoke with some of the Canadians, Nick Charette being one of them. They're going to be coming down for that event. It's going to be a quality field with some quality payouts, and Friday night's going to be Action Central. So make sure you guys
Make a weekend out of it.
Yeah, right, exactly. So again, you can contact me directly, or you can contact the tournament director, Greg Lamb, and he can take care of you, get you signed up for that.
Beautiful area.
Yeah, it is. Portland's awesome. All right, I'm actually going to have Kerry pop back in. He's got a lot to say, and we want to hear what he's got to say. And,
We're on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, what's he going to say next?
We don't know.
Please,
Stay
Protractor, tell us what you're thinking. Protractor. All right, so I'm going to pop out. Kerry's going to pop back in, and I'll join you guys for the final in a bit. All right, Nicole, thank you. I'll be back in a few.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Carrie's coming back now. Everybody keeps stepping on my wire, and then it's like giving me whiplash, but it's fine. All for the love of pool. So Nick's making another comeback again. Don't step on my wire. Put your bear down. Sounds like a Rolling Stone song.
Okay.
The balls didn't spread as well there.
I am back. Yeah, I got a little bit of a different view of this match from sitting right at the rail.
How did it look from there?
Pretty good.
Nick's making another comeback. He was down
Yeah, I
4-0 this game. Now it's 3-3.
Well, what was most funny is because it's really funny. So Scott Haas is sitting basically, a couple feet from me.
Yeah.
He just seems like such a happy-go-lucky guy. Like he's just sitting in his chair, just kind of twirling his chalk around in his hand, looking at it. He's got his earbuds in, and he's just kind of grooving and singing to the music. Like it's just nothing.
Just another Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, man. Yeah. Then the other thing was, it appeared that he was just having a little trouble with that last rack, and Mike Zuglin appears in the doorway. And, I don't know how they navigate that, but in any case.
I don't really know what you mean by saying that. You kind of told half of the story there.
Yeah, in other words, I wonder if either player's willingness to continue to attempt to get a better or more perfect rack continues while Dad is watching.
Yes, you don't want to. Yeah. You don't want to mess around with Mike Zuglin. This is a very similar shot that he just had on the one ball, so he should have no problem.
Yeah, I think the best technique of Nick's game is to have me leave the commentary booth and eat pink penne chicken parm.
What do you mean?
Because as soon as I walked out, he won 3 racks in a row.
So I think he should give you a gapper.
I couldn't agree more.
I concur. Clearly, I'm the reason why he's running out.
That food was great.
Oh, good.
Snuckers,
Hit the spot.
Snuckers is still open for food, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I am going to stay here for this match, and then I'm going to go home and eat my food that's been cooking at home.
Your crock pot full of gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you call it gravy?
I call it gravy sometimes, and that's unfortunate for him. But how many times have you shot that and done that? Ugh, I hate that.
With all due respect, I mean, you call that amateur mistake. You know what I mean? He should know better.
Yeah. But he's torn, right? Because if you put some inside English, maybe he goes and hits that ball that's on the side rail above the side pocket, and then he doesn't get position.
And if he doesn't, maybe he hits the 6.
Yeah, so that was a tough positional shot there. Yeah, so I'll be watching the finals from home, so hopefully you guys continue to do a good job with commentary. I'll be listening.
Sorry, what was that?
I said I'm going to leave after this match, you guys hopefully still do a good job when I go. Just kidding.
Sure. I mean, I
don't
know. It won't be the same, but we'll figure it out.
You'll navigate through it.
So
it's not the easiest run out, but he's got a good angle here. He wants to just be in the middle of the table.
It's not the easiest run out, but it's like the 3rd easiest. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. None of them are easy, but the balls lay awfully nice to get out here.
Yep, he's keeping an angle. That's good.
Yeah,
I would have liked more angle, but this is
I
fine.
also would have liked more angle, and in fact, on a tighter table, this might be one where I go inside English around the 9 ball.
You know I love inside English.
So because I don't want to have to hit the ball hard.
It's my favorite English of all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, he really does wish he had more of an angle. Last thing you want to do is really have to power a ball. It feels good when you do it, and you know.
He did what I said, and that's the danger of.
Well, he just got really
inside.
fortunate, though, leaving the ball like this. He's got no pocket.
Yeah.
So what do? Thin it, go one rail, try to come all the way back down to the other side of the 9? Gosh, that's terrible. No, you can't shoot that shot.
This is pretty hard. I mean, honestly,
do you try banking it cross corner and try to stick your... No, that's
I think
craziness.
you just gotta suck it up and like leave him a shot. Put the 7 ball in the middle of the end rail there and draw back as far as you can without selling out. You know what I mean? Like, kind of hit it with a little left and low and see
What
if
do
you
you
can.
think about just shooting it into the rail and trying to hit it onto the top rail and just leave your cue right there?
I mean, that's
look at-
pretty
he's-
close to what I'm saying.
Look at what he's doing.
I just feel like going straight at it sends it a lot closer to the corner pocket rather than the middle of the end rail.
Gotcha.
But we'll find out. Let's see what he does. I mean, in theory, it actually banks cross side, but I don't think I want to go in on that
Cross-side.
shot. Not with
Yeah,
the
you're
8 where it
cute.
is. I think he's doing your shot, to be honest. Or maybe he's just going to touch it.
The APA safety? No way.
I'm serious.
No, yeah, he tried banking it and then he just threw his ball
Wow,
back. I like
that is awesome. I mean, that's as good as it gets right there. He played all cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, he obviously knew that the 7 was going to be in that area.
Whew, what a situation Scott is in. From being 4 down, 4-0. Now it's 4-3, and he's kicking at a ball. So I mean, yikes.
Yeah, there's not a lot of great outcomes here. Oh, he's trying to go 2
He's
rails and
kicking
kick it in the side. I mean, I hate to say it, but if you don't make this ball, you got problems. No matter which way you go, the thing's going into no man's land. It's just wide
there's
open.
not a lot of. You wanna like maybe you kick at it and you try to bank it one rail to the that top right.
Yeah.
Try to, but then you're kind of almost. No, you can't. It's not right. This is a.
John Eskew in the chat is asking no jumps. You can jump. You just have to do it with a full length cue.
Yeah. Which is routine here at Snookers. Even on Wednesday nights, we don't use short cues.
Yeah, I still think even if you jump this ball in,
All
that
right,
is almost
that's-
exactly the shot you were saying. Look how good that's going to come out. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, that's just
Best case scenario.
Yeah, big time. I think I'm hitting this with my brake cue at 100 miles an hour and making that 9 ball
Why does it
hit
gotta
every
be
rail
with
on the
your
table.
brake cue?
Well, I'm making a point. No, my point is I just want
brake cue speed.
Brake cue speed.
Yeah, I got you. Not actually with your brake cue.
I think I'll fire the crap out of this.
Why not?
So many things can happen.
Yeah, you can make it on the side. You can make it in the corner. You can bank it into the corner. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like super, super hard.
Yeah.
Why
yeah,
not?
you could make the 7 off the 9. You could bank the 7 off the 9. The 9 could go into either side pocket. It could go into either corner. It could bank into either. It could go in any 6 pockets. There's like a million good things. And it's not like you have a lot of control here anyway, so fire. Fire away.
As Rantambo would say, fire in the hole. Is it him that said that? No.
Swing away, Casey. Love it.
He made it.
Boom! Oh my goodness.
God.
What a shot.
Dang. Scott.
That is incredible.
How crazy after Scott made such a great kick safe,
I know.
And then he comes with that
know.
shot. Dang.
Well,
this is some good pool right now.
That's great pool,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kicking-
someone does
kicking
something
with a
great, you do
purpose.
something a little better.
Yeah. Kicking with a purpose. That's what we do here.
Yeah, that's pretty excellent. I love seeing stuff like that. Plus, that's like tie it up. What a big moment there.
Yep. Nick's going to be watching that shot back. He learned that from Luke Salvis. Oh, Luke Salvis. What a great player. Fast.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I think I played Luke Salvis at Turning Stone.
Nice guy, of course, because he's from Canada.
Yeah. Most of the people I've met from Canada are very nice. Not all, but most.
We already talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
Mike made fun of me. He's like, so what are you saying about the people from America?
Assholes. I mean, not nice people. What's the correct term there?
I mean,
Yeah, he likes
yeah,
to
he's
move.
keeping the
loose,
juices flowing.
keeping limber, keeping the blood pumping. I was noticing, like, he has a reasonably similar build to mine. He's a little slimmer, but he's, tall. And he also, like me, is right-handed, left eye dominant. You can see the way he stands. The cue is under his left eye, or to the left of center, which is a little awkward physically.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of, great pro players that I think Albin Ocean, John Mora, a few others. Actually, John Mora's, probably somebody he's watched enough of. What I would really like to know.
That's some interesting information, Carrie.
I
mean, Cliff Clavin.
I want to know if John Mora
Ooh,
put the cue in the same place on his face when he changed hands, Like, obviously his hands changed. Did his eye dominance change too? I don't know. That would be interesting to see.
Maybe you could interview him.
I would like to.
John Mora, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He might be. I mean, for all we know, Nick Charette's his boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Jared in the chat there said Nick is a heck of a tennis player. I had a long conversation with Nick about a lot of this stuff, and I think he does, like, professional tennis coaching. Like, he's a tennis instructor.
Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, when you see somebody playing I call pool sport. I know that's controversial, but when you see somebody playing the sport of pool, such a high level, you know that they're good at so many other things.
Probably,
right? I mean,
hand-eye coordination.
Most of the people that I know that play pool, they can play a multitude of other things.
I agree.
Like, even if you just go to Dave and Buster's,
yeah,
like,
sure.
you're gonna play all the games really well.
Yeah, just
your
smart
hand-eye
coordination, all that stuff.
No
doubt. Yeah.
So it's no surprise that he's really good tennis player, and I know a lot of people that play pool play really good golf, and bowling also is something that I know a lot of pool players.
Man,
good bowlers.
I remember I went bowling one time, and I don't bowl, and it uses muscles that you would never normally use.
I pull my butt muscle almost
God.
every time I bowl.
Well, no, just the arm for, like, rolling the ball. Then when I went to go play pool, oh my God, I was hopeless.
So
I couldn't move. It was
Joe
terrible.
Tucker used to get mad at me when he used to train me when I was in my 20s. He'd get so mad if I went bowling.
Yeah.
Bowling's bad for your pool game, he'd say. I'm
bet.
like, okay, but I want to have fun in my life too. So this 3-ball, he's in a really weird situation here. Does he want to go into the 9-ball? Oh, well, the 8 slowed him down.
Adrian Sawyer says, I'd tell this guy to rack his own. I'm sure he would like nothing more.
Yeah, that's...
the problem is that it's not allowed. Zuglam will crack down on that. He won't let you rack your own. It's unfortunate because it's an easy solution, but he just doesn't want to do it that way. So that's all there is to it.
Not the rules. The rules are you have to rack for your opponent.
Exactly.
Mike Zuglin's very strict on that rule, and that's been the way since the Just events were created, and that's how it will be until the end. So Evelyn Soto said Todd Martin.
I'm also
a pool player. Yes,
yeah.
Todd Martin, obviously. Professional tennis player. He made it to the finals of multiple pro tournaments, one including I think the U.S. Open with Andre Agassi or something, and he plays pool. Very good pool player, and he's getting better very quickly because he knows how to move his body. When you have control of your body, it's easy to learn how to play something new. What are you reading? Good comments?
Just catching up. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think every pool player should learn to rack properly. It it's just an advantage across the board. Whether you're racking for someone else, it's great etiquette. If you're racking for yourself, it's obviously going to help you. So I think it's a big deal. And I've come to learn that most people have no idea how to do that.
Well, and the template just takes all of that, all the things that you worked hard all your career to learn, and then they just stick a template on the tables, and now it's like, okay, so all those racks that I practiced, you know, if there's a gap here, you break from here. If there's a gap here, you break from there. Like all of the practicing of controlling your cue when there's gaps in the racks and all the things, you know, and then you go to a template and you're like, great. There goes all of my experience, which is supposed to give me an edge. Because I'm the more experienced player now.
To be fair, that doesn't mean that you can't just make the ball and play position and use all of that experience and skill in the run-out process. You know, it doesn't take that away. So it's obviously a contentious issue. Well, maybe not that contentious, but there are reasons to contend with that issue.
Yeah, we could talk about it all day. So you're just gonna go one rail here. You're not gonna
can't
do
imagine
anything crazy like.
Well, it really depends if the 8 goes past the 9. If the 8 doesn't go past the 9, you might have to play 3 rails.
I feel like you want to get pretty straight on the 7. So.
Well, fine, that's great. But the side pocket comes into play. You got to come real close to the 8 to get straight on the ball. Yeah, I mean that's okay, but actually that might be the worst of all possible worlds.
Now what? You slow roll it? But the 8 ball definitely doesn't go past the 9. He can't play for position for the side, so he's got to just hold his cue there and take a little bit of a...
Yeah, unless he's willing to, go forward. So it's hard to say. He just took a look to see if this thing goes by. Let's us take a look.
Let's us take a look.
It doesn't look like it does from there. How about this wonderful view? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't look like it goes by. So I think he's unfortunately going to have to do some stuff. Like
Lee Mangoes. Hi, Lee.
Hey, Lee, how's it going? In Canada, no wood rack for 10 years. Wow, no kidding. Well, to be fair, that explains his, insistence on getting a tight rack. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Template hands down.
I honestly avoid playing 9-ball with a template because I don't want to get used to it. Because it's just too good. 10-ball with a template is awesome. That's where I think the template really shines. He might be playing for the side pocket, believe it or not.
Yes, he is.
I believe it. Yeah, it's a pretty nice shot.
See, when I said he can't possibly play this for the side, I was just thinking, like, gosh, even this shot, this for me, I know people love the side pocket, but it's like you're cutting it in, and you got to kind of hit it soft. You can't hit it with pace because, this is a cut shot.
Yeah.
But he did hit that other shot perfect when he had to float it into the side.
I like these kind of shots. Like, I, believe it or not, excuse me, hit this with inside English and come out almost where the 8 ball is now, or a little past. I don't think he's doing that.
He's going to play the 9 for where he's standing. He's just going to float this in. He banked it.
Wow. Well, that's confidence.
Well, that took away the whole I'm cutting this ball in the side pocket and having to baby it. How about that? 4-4, bank the 8 ball, stop shot on the 9 basically to take the lead after being down 4-0. Look at this guy. He's here to play.
I'd be interested to know which player in the tournament traveled the greatest distance to be here.
It is
it's
far
gotta be
drive
a toss-up.
to Pennsylvania.
It is, yeah. Yeah, definitely. It could be 6 hours or more.
Pennsylvania
depending on
big.
where in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. It's like, believe it or not, I think it's like 4 hours across Pennsylvania, maybe more.
You can't drive through Pennsylvania in 1 hour like Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah.
they haven't taken a break either during this match.
No, I mean, to be fair, at the players' meeting, not players' meeting, but the little announcements before the event, he said, no breaks. If you have to go to the bathroom, go, and when it's on your turn. But,
Who is this guy at the end of the world? This guy, Nick, I guess you're referring to Nick. Nick is from Quebec, Canada.
Yeah.
And he's won like 9 matches in a row in this tournament to get where he is. There are 3 people left. Scott Haas, who's racking, Nick, who's breaking, and Kevin Guimond is in the hot seat waiting for the winner of this, and it's true double elimination, so he has to be beat twice.
I mean, like, the thing is, he's... What I'd like to know is, obviously, Nick is pointing out flaws that he sees in the rack.
Right.
So my question is, I believe they exist, because obviously Scott is conceding that, yes, I see what you mean. Is he just not seeing it? Or you know what I mean? Like, why are they there? Why are those gaps there?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't believe, like, I'm not insinuating that he's intentionally doing anything, but
maybe he can't quite get them frozen, and he just thinks that Nick should just still break even though there's gaps, because like I said before, if you read the gaps, you can make the corner ball.
Yeah.
So he probably just thinks, I don't know, maybe he's just...
I think there are certain gaps that are...
Or maybe he doesn't want to get his reading glasses.
Possibly. I think there are certain gaps that are...
We just talked about how you need reading glasses to...
I know. I picked that up from Ray Mack.
Yeah, I know.
I saw him with them in his shirt pocket, and he's looking at the rack, and then he takes them off. And I'm like, you know what? I think I need to do that. Where it came from for me is when I wore contacts for a while, and the way they corrected my vision, it kind of like... didn't work so great up close, so I could no longer see the gaps in the rack, so I got the glasses to correct for that. Now I stopped wearing the contacts.
Okay, so he has an opportunity here. Nick didn't make a ball, so he's going to pocket this one ball, and he's going to hit it with inside English, and he's going to go in between the rail and the 7 there, above the side pocket, and come down for the 2.
Oh, geez. Again, I was thinking that was the...
The 2 is over near the 9 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. That's a tough shot, the way you presented it. I understand what you're saying.
He can't go to the opposite side. The 9's blocking it.
No, but I think he could almost come at the 2 ball. Well, he definitely did what you said, and it looks like he hit it just absolutely perfect. And by perfect, I mean perfect.
Couldn't have placed it better with his hand.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't exactly have an angle.
Yeah, of course. He didn't mean to go that far. He actually pointed to where he wanted to be. But he could stop the ball and have, although a long shot on the 3 ball, still makeable for a guy like him. And, you know, the 4 ball is near the corner pocket, so it's not a difficult ball to get onto. I mean, you just don't want to do anything crazy. You just made a good shot. You know what I mean? You don't want to try to draw and then get behind the 8 ball.
I can't tell exactly how... I mean, he could just do a stop shot. Oh, wait, he's playing... Yeah, he's playing for the 3. Yeah. A stop shot on the 2, he's straight in on the 3. That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not straight. He's got a little bit of an angle, but it's doable.
I mean, he could draw back 2 inches and be straight in if he wants to. So that might be the smartest play because it's a guarantee.
Right. And
yeah, it's a little bit of a, testier shot on the 3 ball, but
it's safe, and he can pocket any ball. Obviously,
Let's have a look from above, and some people are speculating that it might not even pass the 9. And oh boy, you know what? It might not. Look at that.
Oh, I didn't even take that into consideration.
I didn't either. I thought for sure it went, but looking at it now.
All these re-racks and still a break. Well,
I think that goes. Oh my God, he almost scratched. I can't believe he just fired that combo, and that's pretty incredible.
5-5.
Pow.
I mean, yeah. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Indeed.
Why put off, do it now.
All right, so it looks like he didn't tick his score. There it goes. Okay, so 5-5. Wow. What a match, huh? How many Hill matches out of the 10 billion matches that Nick has played will he have? That's a good question. He's had a lot of Hill matches. A lot.
Last match wasn't Hill, was it?
Are you going to ruin my story again?
Wow.
With
I'm
facts?
Sorry, I mean...
I mean, that's unacceptable.
I'm just... It's your world, Carrie. I'm just living in it.
Thank you. About time
Finally.
someone understands that.
Well, it's been a while since Scott's broken. Up 4-0. Oh, he made a ball.
Yeah, he is very, very, very consistent with his cue ball on that break. That one he hit a little softer, though, so the one ball didn't quite travel as far. If the one ball went another foot, it might have been stuck on the rail next to that corner pocket.
This is tricky, boy. I mean, I don't know.
Show enough.
I almost feel like I'm going to call out a crazy shot again. I feel like I already called this shot out last match. I think you just fire it into the bottom left-hand corner with inside English.
3 rails around the 6?
No,
oh,
you
inside
go
English.
forward,
Oh, wow. Yikes.
And you go to the rail above this ball and then below the
I
side
think
top
what you're
and then to
saying
the bottom rail.
doesn't work on new cloth. I don't think that shot will work. It's too slippery. I don't know. I think it's too much angle on the one. I think it would be easier to draw with outside English and go around the 6 ball.
Do you think he can get around the 6 ball?
I do think that, but it's also a ridiculously difficult shot.
You have to hit it so hard, too.
I think a better shot is to just sort of
Play
bank
safe.
the one across the table and go forward behind the 4-9-3 cluster.
Yeah. Either way, this is not...
Tricky predicament.
Mm-hmm. I think it's hard to bank that one ball to the other side of the table and get your cue ball to
It is
go where you're saying.
every well,
See,
he went
right.
for it, but he obviously did not.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. He obviously hit the ball too full.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
I
You're
don't
stepping up.
mean to be doing that, but your wire is directly beneath my feet, so it's
well,
inevitable.
when you put your foot on my wire, yes, it's below.
Why is there not like a little wire clip in here?
There should
You know?
be one.
Yeah.
If people would donate, we could get a wire clip.
I
in
know.
here.
Hey, at least share the stream
Share
and get
the
the viewership up so we can get Mike a nice clip for his wire. That's literal, not a metaphor.
Mm-hmm. They know what you're saying. So is he banking this one rail and just
I
breaking
think he's
his cue ball
Oh, he
down?
can see it.
Yeah, he can see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Maybe inside English, go to the end. Yep. Oh, this is even better. This is even better. He might get on this ball.
No.
I guess not.
No.
Actually, he might be able to cut this ball past the 6 to the left and follow
Yes.
kind of a long 2
Yes,
rails
he
out of that
can.
corner. So that might be a good way to go here.
Did you say draw to that corner?
No. I said
Yeah,
follow
follow,
long.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's a natural position shot to get on the 2 ball.
Yeah.
Your cue ball goes 2 rails to the bottom rail, yeah.
I kind of like that shot too. And if his speed and angle is right, he can sort of play it as a 2-way because the cue ball will be behind this little cluster over there.
For sure. He didn't hit it at the right speed. Oh, it's going. Okay.
Jeez.
Wow,
I didn't think
thought-
about doing it that way, but I mean,
yeah, I thought he was going to come to this side of the
That's
balls.
what I
but
thought,
he
too.
must have put some like outside English on it, I think, to make it right. Spin like that. I don't know. I didn't think he hit it hard enough to get down there. I'm going to do this. do you think about that?
Impressive.
Improvisation.
So I guess the question here is, can he hold this ball up for the 3 in the side?
Yes.
I think he
Definitely.
can. But then where does he want to be? Can he maybe get just on the top side of straight in so he can roll forward and then have the 3 in the corner?
Yeah, so many. He has to get perfect on the 3 to float over for the 4, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
I mean, it's all there. It's just touchy.
yeah. Hey, listen, like rather underhit this than overhit it, right? Because then you could pop it up to the corner and float your cue ball over for the 4, right? So, oh, he went into it.
Okay,
Wow,
I mean,
that's brave.
Not terrible.
But brave. He's like, I don't wanna roll a ball in. But now what? Cut it in the side. 1, 2, 3 rails for the 4 ball in the corner with inside English. It's my call. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Oh, he was looking to see if the 4-9 combination goes. It looks like he's firing at this ball, by the way. He's stroking. Oh, he did my shot, but he missed it. But he played an amazing... Maybe he was totally playing safe. I'm not sure, but that was a good shot anyway. Wire clips are first world problems. You win the internet.
Well, to be fair, I bet wire clips are probably manufactured in some sweatshop in Bangladesh or something. So it isn't entirely first world problems. There's a lot of angles to consider.
Imagine if he kicked this softly and just hit the cue ball and 3 ball just land on the rail on either side of the 8 ball. No way. Who would do that? That would be craziness. Otherwise, what do? Just kick it hard? Try to hope for something? Hit the top side of it. Hope your cue ball goes up there behind the... What's that? The 6 ball on the top rail?
Yeah.
He hit
I
it
think this
soft.
is good. This is good.
Oh my god, he played my shot. He didn't get a rail.
He didn't get a rail.
He
He
played
hit
my
that
shot.
like
Can you believe it?
99.7% perfect.
Wow.
But boy, that last 0.3% really matters.
He made me look like a genius right there. That's it. I'm going home. That's all I can do. Oh man, things are heating up in the chat. Who knew that breaking could cause such a ruckus? So this is difficult here. I mean, he has ball in hand and that's awesome, but it's very difficult to get on this 4 ball from this 3 ball. So it looks like he's just gonna, okay, so he's gonna play safe and roll his cue ball up against this 8 ball.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm kind of curious why. I mean, I guess it's just awkward to go from the 3 to the 4.
oh
Oh,
boy.
it's even more awkward to sell out the 3 ball like this. Unfortunately. I don't know what you do from here.
This 3-ball looks frozen-y. So, I mean, listen. He could fire this in with a half a ball inside English and go bottom rail, side rail, top rail, and play the 4 for the same corner.
I mean, it's not insane. Well, I mean, partially insane, but I mean,
It's my shot
it's
again.
pretty much your shot. He can make this ball. Actually,
It's yeah.
it's not terrible.
It's natural position ish.
Well, guys, whatever happens here, I hope everyone's getting pumped up for
Does
a
anyone
pretty
know
amazing
Scott's
final.
Fargo? Actually,
Yeah.
Carrie McAuliffe
I
knows
do.
everybody's Fargo. Go ahead, throw us some names. He'll tell you.
Yeah, Scott is 693.
Step right up. Don't be shy. I can guess your Fargo. What is it again?
693,
Scott's Fargo is a 693.
and Nick is a 731.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you're gonna miss, that's the way to miss it.
Yep. Gosh, I feel like this is the same situation that Scott was in. I don't know how many racks ago it was where he had a shot like this where he has to play safe, and it's like, you know, you kind of almost want to float it where the cue ball and the 4 ball are on either side of the 9 ball. You know, like put
Yeah.
the 4 on one rail, put the cue on the other, and the 9 ball's in between it.
Yep.
Other than that, you know, like, does he shoot it one rail straight back
I don't know.
and try to avoid, you know,
I don't think so.
scratching? You know, play the 4 ball back where that 6 ball is.
I think the first thing you said's the only. Oh boy, he really hit that
Yeah,
way
see,
too full.
And the same thing that happened before.
Well, that is
he
a pretty
had-
significant.
He did it kind of like that, and
Really?
he left the 7 ball. I don't know if everybody remembers.
This is pretty
It
bad
was
because
when
this ball is like literally
Mike DeMarco
perfect.
was in here with me.
That's why I don't remember.
Lindsay Bassinet is watching. Lindsay, hey, it's Nicole Bulgaria. How are you? And Carrie McAuliffe.
Who cares about that guy?
So this is a big opportunity for him to go to the hill first after being down 4-0.
Oh boy! Wow, that's a very big
Jitters,
miss
jitters.
because of you know, the magnitude of that error that Scott made.
It's a big situation, yeah.
I mean, man, Scott.
This is no easy pickup.
It is.
But
It's definitely not easy, but
you wanna
what to
be
do
the-
is straightforward. You shoot it in and draw straight back. You know,
Yeah.
that's really no other option.
yeah. You take a couple walks around the table, though. You know, go grab your beer, take a sip of it if that's what you're doing.
If you're not feeling settled, then for sure.
I mean, it's a big situation. 5-5.
It's wicked large.
It's wicked.
Large. Wicked large.
Large.
It's a wicked large situation.
When I go on vacation, I like to stay in the lodge by the fire.
I mean, I kind of want to see him like jam this in and draw all the way back and not scratch in the corner.
In what corner do you think he's going to scratch?
Well,
Because
theoretically
he's
in
a
the
little
corner, I
off angle. I feel
Yeah.
like he might, even if he might go into the 8 ball here.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's pretty
I
straight.
think he's a little off angle.
And these, actually, I was watching Kevin Guman duplicating a shot from his match on this table, and it's amazing how straight back you can pull the cue ball with the new cloth.
Yeah, see, he
Ooh,
had more
boy.
angle than you thought.
Yikes.
He's going to get real lucky here.
I don't know that he did.
Oh, no, I don't think he can back cut that ball into the side. Do you think so?
I don't know.
Can we see another angle,
Let's
Mr. McAuliffe?
see the other angle. Well, it goes, but that cue ball is going to be moving. theoretically he could bank it cross side too, but it's
Could
kind
he,
of.
though? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, neither of those are very realistic shots. Personally, I think
He's gonna give it a
I
good
think
look.
banking the 2 ball like in front of the 9 and sending the cue ball down onto the 6 is probably a little more realistic.
Yeah, trying to bank that ball under the 9. Yep, I think so. Out of those 3 choices, I think the last one is the best.
Well, he went all in for the shot, and he might have got away with it. I think he did.
He can kick this in the side.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
He can kick it in the side and get position. Like the cue
Take a
balls.
look here. Can we see if that thing's on
He
the
can
point?
hit it one rail, and he can go even off the second rail and still get position on the 6.
Yeah, tough call here, man. This is tough. It's pretty close to that point. I'd say it's quite missable, even if he hits it great.
Is it though? I mean, look at it here. It looks like he can go into it this way or rail first. And if he goes rail first, he can go on the side of the 8.
Rail first is fantastic, but I don't know. That's asking quite a bit. He's literally frozen to the end rail too. So this is tough. This is triple tough. Oh,
I called the rail first. Come on, give him a shot.
that was wicked super. Damn, what a great kick! And I mean, he lays amazing to get out from here.
Yeah. Yeah, he just has to make sure he comes past the side pocket. I would say that
Yeah.
as a good guide, right?
Even if he doesn't, as long as he can see the 8 ball on the side, then it's hard to not have an easy position on the 9 in the same pocket. I'd say. You're saying go in the other side pocket. I get that.
No, this side pocket. Of
With
course.
the 8, but the 9 in the other
No, make
side
sure
pocket.
your cue ball goes past the side pocket so you make sure you don't hook yourself on the 9.
Oh, yeah.
Using the
Yeah,
side
yeah, yeah.
pocket as your gauge of how
Yes,
far down
yes,
the table,
Yes.
you know. Yep, he made sure.
Looking
When I
good.
when I get up in the morning, I like to make myself a Wicked Lodge coffee. Yep, so he's gonna get to the hill first. What an interesting turn of events.
Indeed. It turned and then it turned again.
Yeah, it's like a good movie.
Indeed. With an intricate plot.
Yes, twisty and turny.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
It really is.
What a twist.
I like what he did there. Evan, oh, this is way more entertaining than just watching them run out. They are just running out, just with some other stuff mixed in.
I don't know.
They've only
I
been-
think I can see a gap between the 1 and
Nick's
the 8
only
from
been
here.
playing like this is like his 14th match of this tournament. Nick. Okay, so Scott would love to. He's been making a ball on the break almost every single time, or every single time that I can remember, but he would like to just finish it out here, right? Wouldn't we like to just end it on a break and run? We haven't seen a break and run, I think, this whole time.
Tough call. I think Scott broke him around one time, but I could be wrong. Well, he certainly looks good to
He
do
made
it
a
this
ball,
time.
he's got position.
Wait.
Stop. Yep.
Oh, dear. Well,
If
that
it's
became
2 go by the 5?
great question. Looks like it may, but to get it past the 5 and get way down table for the 3 is asking kind of a lot.
Yeah, and this one ball is in. Oh,
Yeah, that thing's in there.
I don't like it.
I mean, he's looking at it. Maybe he's considering doing the 2-5 combo or the 2 off the 5 or something. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't bet against Scott making any combo after that 2-9 combo he made earlier in the match.
It's pretty nasty.
Speaking, I'm bad at combination shots. So anytime anybody makes a combination shot, I think it's miraculous, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a horrible combo shooter.
Okay, well, he's got the angle.
Yeah, that's...
Must go.
I guess so.
Everything must go.
This too shall pass. That's a tough shot. Because it's not like he has a ton of angle.
Ooh, it's hard to pull the trigger, too, because he's got to hit it so hard to get down table for the 3, and it's tight to begin with, and there's just so many things, and it's almost like you really should consider the combo, right? Because then the 2 ball's going down towards the 3, but gosh, then your cue ball's going the opposite way. You should have played the ball. It went.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, he's good. Nope, he's not.
Boy.
He's good. He's straight, though.
Well, that's tough.
Oh, he's got a little bit of an angle.
Can we see if he's...
He's just got to not try to, like, get...
Well, actually, he really doesn't have to do too much.
Yeah, just come off the rail. Don't try to do anything crazy with a lot of spin. Just take the longer shot on the 4. Yep.
I mean, straight on the 4 is great.
Perfect.
Five to the 6 is going to be the real test in this run out.
Why? What's the matter with the 5 to the 6?
Well, just where the 6 is somewhat near the side pocket, you gotta get decent on the 6 for sure.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, that makes it a little tougher.
Yikesies, huh? Okay, so let's talk about this shot. You can't thin it and go down table. You know the 5 ball is just going to stay right there. You have to just jack up and try to get your cue ball back to the bottom rail.
Yep.
And just try to play the 5, 1 rail down the bottom rail, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just make sure you get that cue ball to stay right there where it is.
Yeah, I really don't think there's any other good options.
Yeah. I mean, because what you really would love to do is, like thin the, if you're standing at the 5 ball, thin the right-hand side of the 5 ball and try to go 2 rails behind the 9 ball, but you're just going to leave that 5 ball right near the corner pocket. It's like not going to go anywhere, You can't.
Yeah. I mean, I think his angle is kind of perfect for the shot that you described.
That's what he's looking at. It's hard. Oh, gosh.
He's right on the rail. That's the tough part, but that's okay.
Even if he stops it though, and leaves the 5 ball at the bottom rail, it's better than.
It's funny because I say, "Oh yeah, that's not a problem," but I forgot that I'm really tall, and he's not nearly as tall as me. So, digging down into the bottom of that ball when it's frozen is really not very easy.
Yeah, but look he's side arming it, so he's gonna get, just
looking
like that.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice speed. Great shot.
Yep. You know what? I mean, that was the unfortunately the best thing that he could do. You
Yeah.
got to walk away from it and just be like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So what do you think he's going to do here? I'm not mad at kicking behind and trying to stick behind the 9 ball maybe, or playing the 5 ball to the God, there's so many tables here. So if you play the 5 to the left hand and then try to get your cue ball behind the 6, is that the 6 ball or the 7? What's this ball?
I think that's the 8 ball.
Okay.
And yes, that's
play
very.
the 5 ball to the left hand side of the table and play the cue ball behind the 8 ball. He
I don't
did
know
not
if that's
pick
gonna
that
work.
shot. He
I don't
did
think
not
that's.
pick my shot.
Yeah, that I don't think is gonna work.
No. You hate to say, gosh, like he was down 4-0, and then he gets all the way to this position. Like, I just think he should have probably taken a little more time with that.
Probably.
But Scott's happy to be having an opportunity to put this match away. Yeah, it's hard to pull the it's hard to pull the trigger on this. It's like, do you float it down one rail? Do you just try to like hit it with outside and spin to the rail in between the
wow, I don't know. I feel like I would just roll this,
just straight top roll
Yeah,
it in,
I
just
think
come
so.
to middle of the table.
Yeah, middle of the table's great.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's as good as you can hit it. It's pretty ideal.
Get good on the 8 and
Well, that's looking awfully good.
You would like to be here shooting the 8. Perfect. Well, it went the other way this time. He came back and
Yeah. Yeah, still, like, big respect to Nick Charette for great tournament. That's going to put him out in 3rd place. What a great, well-played match by Scott Haas.
So thanks for listening, everybody. Nicole Albergaria.
Yeah, and Carrie McAuliffe. We're gonna be back in just a couple minutes.
No,
with
not we.
Oh,
You.
the
and Mike
the
DeMarco.
me half of we will be back with Mike DeMarco
Yes.
in just a couple minutes, and I'm gonna step out for a couple, and we have the finals
The
coming
Q
up.
raffle is
Oh, do
coming
they
up.
do that first?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're going to
Yep,
do the
so-
Q raffle now, and then they'll do the finals.
Okay, and that will be with Kevin Guimond, who is undefeated, versus Scott Haas, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I mentioned.